Huh. Huh. What is wrong with you? Why are you looking at me? Don't look at me. Look somewhere else. Eh, 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 eh. um, bink, 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 bink. My monitor turned off. Yo, I break you. I'm joking. Yo. Games matching live? What? That's not what I pinged. Yo, chill. Chill. Uh, uh, here we go again. Wow, that is a very depressing photo. The media. Wow. I don't actually know how long the stream's gonna be because I'm gonna be honest. The Redstone IQ is not there. And if I could just have, thank you. The quietest, hello? Okay, I can be heard. There we go. Y'all are gonna get the utmost quiet music because I don't want it to be super loud. And at the same time, if it goes like really dead silent, I don't want it to be like awkward dead silence. Also, I'm coughing a lot. I don't have a disease, I promise. Okay. Frick Redstone, bro. Not even 2 minutes in, I'm already upset. I'm already pissed. I was working on how to learn Redstone yesterday. And you know, I've learned a lot of things and there's still so much to learn and it like hurts my brain. Redstone L. But I learned this, which was like a this is like a double flying machine. Well, this is, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. That's backwards. I had to build it backwards. But this is a double flying machine with 2 activation sensors that I made. That literally just wow, look at look at that. And look, when you press it again, it goes back. Wow. Would you look at that? And, you know, if you make that full, look, you can have an entire door if you layer it, and then obviously make it opposites, because that's what you do with honey and slime. And if you play it, wow. All this just to move 3 blocks. Yay. And then it moves back. Wow. Would you look at that? That's nice. But I made all of that because I thought I had this great idea that I could have made, you know, the right one and then the left one, and these both would have hit together at the center, which would have made a 6 block. And you might think, dummy, why'd you not just make a 6 block on one side? You broke it. Well, here's the thing. So there's a mathematical thing in Minecraft called pistons don't like you, and it can only move 12 blocks. And that problem is if you look here, this is clearly 12 blocks. And what can I not do? These are just filler blocks. So this technically would be 5 block. So this would make a 5 block door. Which in real aspect, if you see this here, if I made these both white blocks or iron blocks, technically I would be able to make a 5 by infinite door. But here's the problem. Voss is the one that wants me to make a door for him, and he wants a 6 by 10. 6. Why'd it have to be 6? Why do it have to be 6? I can make a 360 rail cannon. It's okay. You make the door. Why do it have to be 6? Because here's the thing. If we go back to our good old thing, look. If you make this 2 blocks, farther, it won't work. And you might be like, why would it won't work? Because there's one piston here. This can only move 12. We have this piston contraction here. This is only 11 blocks, which is under 12. And this is 12. But guess what? If you add 2 more blocks, that's 14. I can't move that. That pisses me off. Because Voss wants... What on God's green earth is this? Redstone. It's pissing me off. He wants a 6x10. And I go online. I'm like, okay, maybe someone else is 6x10. Obviously, I know why he came to me now. Because it doesn't exist. A 6x10 door doesn't exist. It exists on like Bedrock on like 11 years ago. But no one has like a good functional like 6x10 door. Because obviously people do like, you know, the 6x6 or 10x10. But you know, like the things that I find that are like 10x10, but I can just bring it down to 6. They're buns. They're actually buns. But I was looking at this contraption that I made earlier. Where... Shut up! But I was... So, this is the contraption I put in Killchip SMP, which y'all can join. Link in the description. This contraption right here is nice. Because look at this. Look. You have a bunch of... These are observers. And there's a bunch of observer sensors, which keep the tick rate down. And guess what's even better? You have these double pistons that are running rapid. And then these pistons that move downwards and upwards. All this redstone contraption. So, and, you know, whatever furnaces do, you gotta love furnaces. Don't y'all love furnaces? Me either. But you have these furnaces, you're right? And when you click this lever... Hello? Dude. Is that not beautiful? I want the door to do that. I want the door to do that. So I was like thinking, you know what I mean? I was like getting to think because, but here's the problem. This right here is brand new. Why? Why? This blueprint right here is new. So not like, basically no one has worked with it enough to like really like use the design. They just use it for traps, which pisses me off. Because here's the thing. Like, some random kid with, like, 100 subscribers or something made this, by the way. So there's a dude named Shadow that made it. But here's the thing. He uses a circuit. Where's my circuit? He uses a thing called a circuit. So, basically, you have a comparator, which, if you turn this on, it runs infinitely. So you can have a... This runs infinitely, right? But here's the problem. Do y'all get the problem on why it doesn't work? I have to flick the lever again to turn it off. Oh my god. That's why it pisses me off. all the videos you see of Shadow using this trap, he turns the lever back off. Because obviously, you know, you don't need to use a wind charge. I don't know how to use Entity. This is day 2 of me redstoning, by the way. And this is everything I've made. I've been redstoning for a while. But here's the thing. I need it to stop. And my first thought was like observer, which I was going to put here with an unmovable block, which I use obsidian because it's just obvious. People use like chokers or something just for visual. But I'm just going to use a bedrock. But here's the thing. It's gonna grab on it no matter what. Which I was trying to figure out how to stop this. But when you stop this stops, but this keeps going. So this piston is going to de-trigger itself. And it won't trigger, but then this one will keep triggering. How do you make this stop mechanic? Because look how fast it moves. It moves so fast. And what sucks too, if this is already moved this way, because this piston has to move back out and this is going to move forward, this messes up right here. So watch it. There's going to be a little lag before it starts moving sideways. You saw that? So here's the problem. I feel like if I were to do this entire thing just to make a proper stop system, how am I going to know it's going to move correctly left and right if it has a lag system from the right side? So that already makes me think that the circuit's just not going to work. I'm losing my mind. I don't think I realized I've been deep diving in this for like God knows how long. And here's the thing, I know nothing, but I've done a lot. But the lot that I've done isn't helpful for what I'm trying to do. What we're doing, I'm trying to make a 6x10 door. My brain can't keep up with this. Don't worry about it. I might have an idea that fixes it. Let me think here. At this point, make a 6x10 door. Just using normal doors. But here's the thing. I don't know Voss. I don't think he wants entities. Because he said like a redstone door. And he's like talked about the entities. But here's the thing. The entity doors, I don't like how they work. Because, you know, you can move the 4 pieces, which is or the 5 pieces, which is maxed out with the 12 blocks. But then you have like that middle row. That's like weird. And it's hurting my brain. Also, this was like a circuit I used with this to try and move this. Because if you were to obviously, you know, make it. If you were to finish the circuit, they would move across. And that would work for a door. Because that's what's used here. Because if y'all come over here, oh, that's what you see these. You have these layers with these pistons. This piston moves it down, which brings all these blocks down, and then this piston gets moved that way, while these pistons are bringing it this way too. So when you bring it down, it moves all the blocks over. You doing a challenge? Why not a guide? There is no guide. That's the problem. I've been like looking it up. Dude, my search history is abominable right now. Because I want it to like work like this system because it's nice. No joke. I've tried to look it up, and you know, if I miss something or if there's a video that helps, by my gracious, I'll use it. But the problem is, it's because Voss specifically wants a 6x10 door, which is 6 wide, 10 height. Replace the lever with an observer that detects something and extends the observer's pulse so it matches the time it takes to fully extend the slime thing. So you're saying get an observer, but then time like the start, like the wires to like the exact time of when it opens and closes? So you're basically just doing like a timing with the observers? Don't repeaters... Aren't repeaters choose how fast something gets sent through? Make a crystal launcher in Bedrock? Bedrock is crazy. Wait, hold up. So... But what's gonna trigger... Replace the lever with an observer that detects something. But what's it gonna detect? A button? I guess? Because that would be the door. What does that do? It delay... Why is it sent back? Because it's a repeater. Okay, so the repeater, if it goes through, it comes back? I feel like that would mess it up, wouldn't it? Because it sends again. Or does that help because... Does that help? Uh-oh. Wait, does that help it? Because you would want a lever being detected by the observer? Since it activates once. So when I press the lever, so you're saying like if a lever, right? A lever goes off. You're saying like you want like an observer to also detect it. And a repeater at max delay. Are you saying it like does it need to be closer? Like I'd put this here and then like there? But it turns back on. Since it activates once. Well, it activates unendingly because of this. And because I'm running a infinite circuit here. And this is what's currently being used to make this run over and over again to keep triggering it. And this is what triggers that. Lever, observer, repeater, comparator, in that order. Just in a straight line. Like here. Hold up. Is it facing towards? Is it facing out or facing to? Probably facing to. But only runs once. Maybe. How can we delay this? Is there a way to delay? How would I delay this? Yo, what's up? All right, so we'll need a pulse extender since a max delay repeater is. So I found out two terms of two things that possibly people said, which was a T flip flop, and then oh god, smart search history. So there's a thing called a T flip flop, and then God, what was the other thing called? I don't think the other one was useful. An RS NOR. I don't know. What does RS NOR latch mean? Minecraft. A T flip flop is just turning a button into a lever. Oh, okay. Sounds like my Snap AI when I'm asking how to bake cupcakes. Okay. A RS NOR latch is a basic rhythm memory that remembers the last input it received. It stands for reset, set, and use NOR logic. It has inputs set and reset in output. Set S. Pressing the set button turns the output on. The output stays on indefinitely, even when the button is released. Reset. Pressing the reset button to... Oh, but that's for different machines. But that's not used for this. You wouldn't use it for a door. I started learning how to do Python. That's kind of good. But this kind of works. But how would I delay this? Because a lot less complicated than this. So basically what I need is this to run for a certain amount of time, but I need to delay the ticks where it turns off after 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Let's just say like 3 seconds or something. You know, just a couple seconds. Lag machine? Lag machine. What does this do? Why is that not run? Oh, does it need to run in there? What if it runs into here, so it automatically triggers that first? It doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. How do I get this to turn on first? If post extender is what you need, which I know only one way to make, there are definitely other ways to make it, but I don't know any of them besides this. Is that what you just told me? The which you said lever, observer, repeater, comparator? I feel like it's different because only because I'm typing it out. Oh, gotcha. Is it 6 by 10 or 10 by 6? It's 6 wide, 10 tall. 6 wide, 10 tall. And I was making a more here, I'll give you all the rundown again. I was making a more simple thing. We'll look at these. So I was making this. These are 2 activator cells, which I refer to activator cells, these yellow wools. Wait a minute, do you have a Discord? I think it'd be far. Yeah, link in the description. You can send it in main chat. Hopefully. That'd be crazy if you didn't have image perms. Oh, you could probably send it in media. But this is activator cell. This was the activator cell. And when you trigger this, this is a dual flying machine. And this is 11 blocks. But here's the problem. This has to be... this is a 5 block flying machine. Which you can tell here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't... I don't think you can... No, you can't turn that block into a normal block because it'll stick to that. So these 2 are required to be honey, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like if these 2 were to be iron, which I could literally change them right now if I wanted. This would be a 5 block door, which works. If I come over here and slap this. Look, this works. Because it's, you know, the piston's right here, but this is 12 blocks. But here's the thing. If I add 2 more, that makes it 14 blocks, which is over the piston limit of moving. So that was out of the thing, which funny enough, I made the decision to try and do 3 and 3. That's why y'all saw that doubled. I tried to do a 3 and 3, which I had a machine here and right over there I made it opposite, so I basically built it backwards. So there's this machine here, there's this machine here, and I sent them together at the same time right here, and they got stuck. I've tried to make them both 12 because I thought they would separate as 12 too. That didn't happen. It came back by itself. And then this got mathematically stuck as a, you know, a 24 block. 24 blocks to, you know, this. That was pretty cool. Because obviously in a doorway in the middle, you don't want to have a unmovable block in the center. So that didn't work. But that's why we're here now, looking at this. I'm mathematically stuck in class. Redstone just made me record? What? Beating up MC right now so I can showcase a post extender? Bet. Because I... My thought was... This, obviously, that's a timer right here. But how can I have this running? How can I have that running while... Does this run on the side? Does this only run in the front? So this only runs in the front. So what if I had this here? Does that run a timer? It doesn't turn it off, though. Wait, what? What? What happened to my... How'd that happen? What? How's that even... How's that even possible? What? Wait, what? How were these pushed off? How were these pushed back? I know there's no immovable blocks, which I should probably have. What? Okay, cool. I'll just break these real quick. That's odd. I wonder how did those move backwards? Huh. I caught an Azelf, though I'm not as mad about missing a shiny Mesprit. Absolute cinema. What? Oh, hold up. Isn't it supposed to start on this side? And then we throw like 3. And then just throw an immovable block so it can't be moved. Right? Kill, hurting my head more than using Python for the first time ever. Oh, my bad, bro. Well, I'm doing this for Voss because Voss need it, and obviously, if Voss can't figure out how to do it, then it just doesn't exist. Because you know that's just how it works. What? Is it only because it was like super short? Is it because it's super short? No. How is that? Why is that not moving? Is it because of the movable block? Is this only be on one side? No. Why did it automatically fix itself? Why did it automatically fix itself? Why did it automatically fix? What? What? It doesn't make sense. Okay, how do I delay this? Kill, do you know how to make a flying machine? I made one over there. So, kinda. Not like... I'm not like, you know... I'm not gonna say or be like, oh, I'm super intricate, I can build it by hand. I can build it off of memory. But... the problem is there's so many ways to make one. Over there? Yeah, over there. So... how do I... maybe throw an observer that runs? I just... It's thundering so bad my house is shaking. Dude, it's thundering for me too. So that doesn't work. But the problem is, what if it's because it's a lever? What if it's a button? Wait. No! What? No! What's this? Ew! Ew! What? No! Why did it break? Why did it break? Why? Why do you break? Why you break? Why you break? No. Why did it break? What? What? Oh, it's because of slime. Or did I replace it wrong? What? What? Wait, why did that not work? Why is this last one not working? Running over here. Bring me over here. I want to stare at this in the face as it messes with me. It doesn't have enough strength. Why does it not have enough strength? Why is it not triggering? Why is it not getting enough power? Wait, why is it not... It's not getting the power needed. Wait, why is that? This might be really risky, but I'm gonna put that there. I broke it. Okay, I should not have put that there. It gets redstone. It's just on Killchip SMP. It's on. I'm on 1.21.11. I'm literally on the Killchip server client. That's so odd. Is it gonna mess up again? Okay, wait. Why is the front messing up now? What? What? Why does it not? Why does it not have enough power? I don't understand that. How do I give it more power? Because that's the closest it can be without touching the circuit. But it's breaking. Is it just because it's too many? Like if I were to get rid of this last row. What? What? Okay, we should probably... I'm gonna try it with just this singular again. Rather than... Because this needs to be the wall. That's sideways. I should probably just go ahead and start testing it just with wall. Okay, so I think I know why it isn't working very well. Please tell me. It takes different amounts of time to open versus close. I found a thing here, but it kind of broke. Running this had a timer for me, but it's what's the word? If you put a button here, and then just run straight observers that are fully timed. I mean, it might break. It might be breaking, but it goes to the same exact spot and then stops. Come on. I mean, it did go there. It did go there. So what if I wanted to stop on this block? Crap. Maybe I just want it? Maybe just one tick? Oh, it needs to be reset. Crap. What if it's just all... What if it's all closed? Wait, no, all closed. I'll need another step, so I'll just turn this into this. Break these and add 2. No, it's 1 off. Why is it 1 off? I just got rid of 2 things and it's still in 1 off. Wait, why did 1 off? Is it because the piston brings it back in every time? Because it can't end. Well, it doesn't. I feel like it wouldn't matter because it needs to be a 6 anyways, right? I'm learning. Wait. So how many would I need for it to be like doable? Because I feel like I would have to run a super long machine for it to be the actual entranceway. So let's say I need it to be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then an endpoint wall. Would the endpoint wall go into the... Would it stop at the wall or does it need to be seamless? So it needs to be... Should we put it in the wall or at the wall? I feel like that... If only Voss was here. I don't know what's better. What do y'all think? So let's say... I should probably just build like... a thing just so y'all like can get a grasp. Let's say... We're gonna build a little doorway spot. Just so we can like kind of brain this right now. So wouldn't it have to go into the wall? I don't know if it stopped right there. It needs to go into this wall, doesn't it? How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 block. Wait, does it even move off of 14? I just broke the button. Oh no, it has to hit. Because it has to hit. I don't think it moved. So that means it can only move 12 blocks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So technically it can only move this. It takes different... Wait, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go eat something. Hopefully I'll be back with the answers. Answers just... Oh, I'm sorry. It takes different amounts of time to open versus close. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like trying to brain the brain. Oh, wouldn't it be... Doesn't that mean this is 12? Because that's a block right there. So this would be 12? No. 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the wall would have to be right here. Rather than there. So technically the farthest I could get is having the endpoint right here. Like wall to wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it would be right here. That's the farthest I could get the wall. So technically, I could have a wall? Because obviously this would be different blocks, right? But this, does that even move back? Crap. You can't grab it back. Is that because that's on a... That's not being triggered at all to move. Is that because that has a block on it? That piston does not want to move for the life of it. God, I keep... Oh, these need to be delayed. What? Why does it not want to move back? Ew, why is it doing that? Why are you doing that, bro? What? Does it need to move block without an extra? Just... How the heck does it move back, though? Because this contraption would just move it. Dude, this hurts my brain. This is not go. What if I just boom, boom, boom? Uh-oh. Get out, get out, get out. Get out. Maybe if I casually just... I don't know. Wait, why did it stop before? Does this power just like give up after some point? So it can only run for so long. Unless use observers that go into it. Why are those faced upwards? What did I just do? What does... What the heck did the observers just do? I was just trying to give it more power, I guess. Because it apparently just stops. Oh, when the button turns off. So it should be a pressure plate. Pressure plate. Does heavy weighted even matter? Does it matter what? We do gold. What? Are... Does that mean pressure plates are like super weak? But that's not constant. But that's constant. But then that doesn't help because I'm still standing on it, giving it light of day. I feel like the problem is I could have used this other door if there's just a way for me to be able to move literally 2 extra blocks here. But the problem with this one is it's so overly complicated that it's just my brain is like absolutely like blowing up. We don't look at that. I don't know how to turn this into a vertical door though, because a lot of this can't work technically. Are these timers? Is this observer giving a timer for this redstone torch? Because where does this run? This runs into the piston to trigger the piston, which triggers this, which triggers this, which triggers down, which triggers this, which triggers this piston to push this out, which triggers that. And it moves this block open for the redstone torch to trigger the redstone here. That's just a repeater. I think there's only... What? What is this? So this grabs... Oh, that's opening for this. Move out. Because this needs to go down 1 layer and then needs to move out because of this. But what are the furnaces for? Why is why do people use furnaces? There's multiple. Is it a timer thing? Furnace. They're immovable? But why a furnace? If it's unmovable, why a furnace here rather than like polished andesite? Because in this build, I know the polished blocks can't be moved by sticky stuff. But there's a furnace specifically here on a piston. And then here, what's this block? On another piston. Is it literally just immovable? Because that's such a weird object to use. Furnace is definitely a weird one. What a choice. It could be replaced with obsidian or something else. Should I try it? Like, should I put obsidian there and see if it... I'm gonna replace it with obsidian. Huh. It also counts as a tile entity, but I don't know. But you see how it triggered? Because look, this redstone goes straight into the furnace. Because look, it goes straight into the furnace. But when I place it here, the piston goes back. Look. So it does have a purpose. Wait, if I take the obsidian, does it still block it off? Because that would just... Here. Okay. It does the same purpose. Okay, I see what you... Yeah, you're right. So these were just... Is it just cost related? If you were just to make this in survival? Like, would this still work? Those are open. Are those always open? It still works. Okay. It's just probably cost effective. Yeah. Huh. Here's the thing. I really want to learn how to make this 6x10 door so badly. Like I want to like know how to do it. Does that ever make sense? Like I don't want to like I want to understand like what I'm like why I'm doing it. Because like even if like there was a Lighmatica thing or whatever, it just being here and like trying to like figure this out, it's literally like my mind is like brain is really braining right now. To learn is the scholar's dream or what? Yeah. But what I do like, what I liked about this so much is how obviously I think the beginner terms is how fast this moved, but this like triple sticky piston contraption where this is like out to here moving this and how like fast they like repetitively move at each other, because obviously that we saw the circuit over here, but because of how this works and I guess this torch being off, it like baffles me how this is able to like move so fast. But I want that as a door. I wanted to make the door that. Because how much is this? That's 8. If that was just 3, and, you know, door side, you can make it 10 long. You know what I mean? You can make it 10 long. Like, you literally just repeat this for a couple more blocks. Because this is an 8x8. And then, boom. You have the 6x10. I feel like that's it. That would be it, right? You figure out how to make this door side. But trying to like take this Stardust, have you worked with a lot of redstone? Because I have the schematic for the 8x8. If you want the schematic to just have it. Because look, I was pasting it into because I had it in my world. And I grabbed it from there and put it here. So I have the schematic for it. Which you can, you know, break it apart, figure out the absolute wonders of the world that makes up for this. What, 6 observers? I deeply understand the concepts behind each component, but I have very little practice behind bringing those components together. That's the best way I could put it. Do you understand what's like? Do you understand like what's? Why is okay? In-game VC's on. Do you understand like what's happening here specifically? Why does this look broken? Oh no, it's not. Like, because it's like triple. It's like a triple sticky piston. And it's like doing those, it's probably using one of those components where it's like, you know, it's like moving rapidly, which allows it to move faster than like a triple extend piston. You know what I mean? Because look how nice it looks. Okay. So, okay. The difference between what's happening in mine right here, not quite. There's something I don't really get why it's doing that. I do understand the rapid movement of the slime block. So this is moving here, but they have a contraption to put the slime block. So basically this slime block is right here, but they have a piston moving it down into position. Because look, this is the slime that I'm using right here. This gets moved down along with this, because this is stuck to this. This gets moved down, and then these rapidly move back and forth between each other. These two with this, which this comes down. This is stuck to this, which bring this down. And then because this is rapidly moving back and forth, these 2 blocks are being moved left. Until, I guess, the timer, which might be this, stops. Which is probably a perfect set tick timer. Because look, you move it, and it goes. Oh yeah, you can see it right here. The slime's down here. These are the pistons moving back and forth. And this was moved all the way out. I don't know what this back part is, though. The reason it's moved down is to keep the floor itself flush with the floor to the room it's in. The timers are what I don't get perfectly. Do you want to look at it? Like, do you want the Lightmatica? I don't know if you use Lightmatica. I feel like everyone does. It's honestly crazy how to like figure out whatever they did with this tick timer. Wait, do these turn off? This turns off and turns off at the correct time. The timer's right here. This timer's crazy. Because there's a redstone torch right here on both sides, which obviously, you know, it's a copy and paste. So there has to be a timer right here that activates what? This redstone torch? Which then, what triggers the entire line to the observer's chain is what keeping it perfectly timed. So I'm guessing. Okay, so I'm getting. So it feels like any block extra or any different, you would have to change the observer chain to perfectly match it. Is what I'm. So it's just a perfectly timed machine with observer chains. Is this absolute? Is this built absolute cinema? Most likely, yes. How are we gonna turn this into a door? How? I have to learn observer chains to make the door. Okay. So I just have to figure out the tick or the tick count, I guess, for a 6x10 to bring. I'm going to try and put it into practice. Do you... Oh, I don't know if you said yes or no. Did you join the Discord? Did you want the file for this to, like, have it? What does this do, though? So this pushes... Obviously, these are pushing in that way. It doesn't attach to that. Can I move this out? I just broke it. You can't extend that because of the trigger line there. Y'all didn't see that. Whoa. What's up, Cyber? Dude, if anyone's gonna help me, it'd be Cyber. Cyber, we're doing Redstone. I have my Discord. It's high. Highest me. I don't think I'll need the file. At least not yet. Well, you can just have it just to, like, use it for reference. Cyber, we're doing some cool little thingies. It's so nice. There's Voss has given me a project, and he's asked me of all people to make a door, which I've never done redstone. This is day 2 of me learning redstone. And I just spit water all over myself. Okay, wow. Day 2, and you know, we're making solid progress. I'm understanding the nerd stuff. Look at this. Look at this. We're trying to take this crazy contraption, and we're trying to turn it into a door. It's not easy. Why? Because Voss wants a 6x10 door, which the build for that doesn't exist. But it does. But it's the ones that do exist are ugly. I was building this, Voss. Or I just said Voss, Cyber. But this is just a 5, which you can't do more, because a piston can only move 12 blocks. And this is 12 blocks exactly. If I wanted to make 6 to add 2 more, it would be 14, which is over the max limit. Or I can even try it. Look. If I do 2 extra blocks and try to trigger it, it won't move. It just says nah. But if you make it 12, then it goes. This horse is going to break my machine. That's a very specific door. It's only 1 layer. Here's the full door. This was the 5. It is very specific. This was gonna be it. But then, very late, I realized, after making this by hand, which this took me forever to build, because I had to learn what an activation tower was, which is these, to use the pistons. Which I had needed 2 activation towers. One was to trigger this redstone to push forward, and then one to trigger I think it was this one. I think it was to trigger that to push. Hold up. It show when it's back.
Oh my god, is that a donation? Oh my god.
Yo!
Oh my god.
TG! Thank you, bro. What is blood doing? Don't let bro cook. Just joking. Oh, it triggers here. It triggers here, which makes this move forward for the second flying machine. And these are enough blocks to be, what? This is 12 and this is 11. But this can only be a 3x3. Or max, this can be a 5-block door, but Voss needs a 6. Why did bro need a 6? He's literally making us invent right now. But this build that I was using at my base, dang bro, 8 months? Dude, 8 months is crazy. Bro's about to, like, dude, you're about to be born, bro. We gotta celebrate at 12 months, bro. We gotta celebrate at 12 months. Dude, watch this, watch this. Look at this. I need this to be a door. I need this to be a door. This is only a pitfall trap. My B-Day's coming up? Yo! We're doing a birthday stream, bro. We have to. I want this as a door. Is that not the cleanest thing ever? Y'all have to admit, that is... Gotta do it after 4th of July if we do it. Bet. Because that's July 4th, that's Saturday. Oh, that's like how... Dude, look! Okay, so, look, there's a triple piston contraption here. Which, this piston right here is a sticky. This brings it down, which brings all 3 layers of this down. It doesn't bring this down. It's because it's polished. You can't move a polished block with a sticky piston. This brings it down, and if you come over here... So, this is the same circuit. So, there's 2 sticky pistons, and when you turn it on, it basically... This one's broken. Hold up. This runs... Anyways, this runs infinitely, which... Y'all didn't see that. Anyways, piston, move them back and forth. What does this do? This block is sticky. So it moves the block back and forth, which grabs this block. And because it's moving back and forth, it's grabbing this block and moving it which way. There's something preventing that from happening, though. You can, in fact, move polished. Oh. I just remember being... There's something. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you learned this in 2 days... But I need this to be a door. That's all I need. This moves back and forth anyway. To like finish it up. This moves back and forth, which brings this block all the way out. Which I can show y'all right here. It goes to the out form, which y'all see this here. This is in, which move these outwards. So the door's already out. By my gracious, I don't know what... I still don't remember why that is. That could be... It's not part of the timer, is it? Why is it moving it back and forth? Is that just because of the timer? Is that part of the timer? Okay, right now you're build a trapdoor. Yeah, I know. Just realize that vertical powering of this door is going to be incredibly painful. No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because here's the thing. There's a reason why this machine, people aren't using it vertically. And I feel like there's such a reason why. And it could be because of how you have to tower the redstone to trigger, or the placement, or just anything. Because it's easier when it's flat on the ground for how you're able to structure everything. With all the torches, you know what I mean? Because having the torches different when you need them like this. This was before I learned how to snake, by the way. This was me trying to snake before I learned how to glass snake, which now I can glass snake through here. I learned how to glass snake. The moving back and forth of the granite is just so the slime and honey won't pull it down when the iron door is put down. So what are the end pieces? Because these move in and out. Moving back and forth, so the granite. Oh, is that probably what you just explained? What? Maybe for this row? Because that links... That doesn't... That just goes to this piston. Wait, Kale, can you give me a rundown on what we're doing? Okay, so basically, Voss hopped in my DMs after... And, like, we came to a conclusion about, you know, background, personal stuff. That, I need... Basically, I need to make him a door. I need to make him a door. And it needs to be... Here's what the door... I'll read your thing in a second, Stardust. Let me explain this real quick so everyone has a rundown. So there's a door, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. And this needs to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just get a visual on what Voss wants. I don't have world edit, so bear with me. This is gonna look like a video from 30 years ago on someone building. We don't talk about this. He wants a door like this. This is the door he wants. Voss wants a door. He wants this to be a redstone door. And I have to figure out how to make this open and close the best way possible. Which he wasn't super specific on. But realistically, you would want it to look good because we're using it for a short film. And we want this to be good looking. But in my mind, I think he wanted it to be normal or like naturally made, because if we were to like put it on the Patreon for people to get, then people can have the survival world that we use for the short film. Because in my mind, I would have just recreated that video on YouTube. You know where that person made a door with 1,000 command blocks? That would have been cool. I would have made a door look like that. But I think he wanted something that's able to be made in vanilla. What if each 2 blocks cave into each other? What do you mean cave? I have an idea, but don't know how it would work. Oh, sorry, Stardust. The granite moves because moving blocks can't be pulled by slime such honey. When you open the door, the honey below the granite moves down, which would pull the granite down if it wasn't moving. Is that what makes it incompatible for being vertical rather than horizontal? Is that what makes it different or like more complicated? No, the powering of the pistons is what makes vertical design so difficult. Okay, I can show in a bit. Gotcha. Sorry guys, if I'm go quiet, I'm like my brain is like but like without like knowing the process or knowing the barriers of what's possible and not possible, my idea for that was taking that design of that, you know, like this door where it rapidly, because this can move. Look, this is max block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 blocks it can move, which I guess is nice. My whole thought was maybe, how would that even work? Because the whole thing is, I want it to be pushed there, and these would be like the blocks. Like, wait, but this makes it impossible because then this exceeds the limit. Because that wouldn't run. Yeah, you just need two machines on the same. So like the same as this, right? Like it wouldn't break the calculation because you know how like how over here, I actually fly at like the speed of nothing. Because you know over here how this calculates when these two machines came together, the sticky piston, it calculated only to this and just didn't spread back apart. But obviously it's possible because on this machine it does split it apart. It is able to split apart because these are clearly way more. But is it because it's running off of a line? Because this is only affecting directly above it? So that's why... But how is it able to split apart? Like, how's it able to split down the middle? I know the... Is it because of the alternate? Because of how it alternates? Because these won't collide with each other? And because it's this correct pattern, that's why it's able to split. So you would need a honey and slime thing here on the left and right side, which you would run a 3 and 3. Where is this? So realistically, so like this is the door, right? And let's just build a second one just to like brain it out. So like you would need to run this, I'm guessing, right? And what? You would need it to run out, which, like a piston would be grabbing it some way. This is probably not the way to do it. But, like, this would be grabbing it to be moving it out. And when this grabs, that would turn into... Oh no, this would be... One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this would have to be slime, then honey, and then... Wait, where's this go? Oh no, I literally messed it up again, because this needs to be here, this be here. So like, that would turn into this, because these would move out from whatever, from like the machine. So like this would be the door, and then it would open like this. That would be the idea. You just... My brain. So, but that would separate. Okay, let me try and cook. Am I wrong though? That would be the way to do it. You just have to find the correct chain to do it. I'm troubleshooting my 360 railgun. I feel like that makes sense though. You know what I mean? I feel like anyone can understand that. This this goes here, and this splits apart. Yo, what's up, Dwayne the Rock Johnson? Does he want it to be fast? Well, here's the thing. I'm sure it can work, because here, look, let me show you this. I'm sure there's a way just to use like a normal flying machine, right? That layer just like flies, and does like, layer by layer, and moves at like the same speed as this, right? Like you could probably have like the same machine that does like this, you know what I mean? Like, yes, this could work. This could work theoretically and be easier, you know what I mean? But here's the thing. The problem is that this exists. That's the problem. The problem is that exists. That's beautiful. Just It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's absolute cinema. The one you just showed me reminds me of a sliding door. Yeah. This one's absolute cinema. But if we can take this design, where it's a split, because look, you know how it opens down the middle, right? So look, there's 4 blocks there, 4 blocks there, and it comes together at the middle. If we can take this split design, somehow make it vertical, and take it right here, because look, this is the same design. On the back, I can make this even taller if needed. I'll just do 4, just so it's like easy to like comprehend. Even though nothing here is easy to comprehend. This is obviously probably not how to design it. But look, it's the same design. You'll see this design here. Same exact design. I wouldn't say exact, but y'all see the vision. The vision. Like, I feel like a mad scientist right now. Dude, day 4. I don't want to know what happens day 4. I don't want to know. I'm not going to be okay. It's a simpler version, high key. But it's like a rough draft of what I need to turn it into. Because that's floor. And this would open here and open up like this. Like y'all see it? Look, it's 6 doors, 3 section and 3 section. And look, 3, 3. It should theoretically open up like that. Okay, go back to the thingy. Show as my example. How many blocks is it? Oh, 6 by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in width and 10 in height. 10 blocks high. So the thing is it's 6 by 10. I thought my water was empty for a second. Thank you. You're welcome. Dude, I'm about to get a whole community about just trying to make a door. Guys, we're inventing. We're inventing. Are y'all excited to be in a YouTube video? Dude, we should so all be a part of a video if we make this door. The F students out here. It's like a school project where like everyone comes together and then like only like 1 or 2 of the 8 people do all of it. I kind of want to do this, but with boats and they slide because I tend to. I don't know if he wants entities. But also, I've seen entity doors like on YouTube and stuff, and they're just. I don't like the way they close. I don't like it. But obviously, it makes sense because they're like 10 by 10 doors. But still, like I don't judge them. But this exists. It has to be. It has to be adaptable somehow to vertical. There has to be a way. The problem is my classmates don't help me for none, so it's a cool project. That's crazy. Because this is just full oomph. This is just full willpower right here in this structure. Which this is probably the coolest door I've ever seen. Like, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Dude. Cyber probably watched the first 3 seconds of that and it was just like, wow, heaven! It's heaven! but oh, I see those 2 doors that are like stacked on top of each other slide back and forth or something. Yeah. Oh, gosh, you weren't here for the explanation. All right, I'll do it for like the 5th time. So basically, slime, sticky. Stick to this. There's a piston here that's sticky. It brings this down. What does it also bring? It brings this layer down and this layer down. So these go down, which allow it to go under here. To go out that way, that way, that way. And these pistons bring it that way. Because look, if you bring it down, now they went out. This piston was down. This piston was up here. It got moved down. These pistons move back and forth really rapidly. And what does that do? It makes this whole thing go left and then right. Left and then right. Because like, look, you see all these blocks? Where are they going to go? They're going to go right and then up. Oh my God. And it's just perfect. And why is it perfect? Because of all these observers and all this all the wire here that runs into these blocks that run through this, through a redstone torch that's off, through all this entire line, through this entire timing conveyor, especially here, to this torch right here. This torch right here. This makes up the timer, because when you press this, watch this. It's the perfect time. It's the exact tick time of when it gets to its first spot and last spot. It's literally perfect. Like, tick for tick. It is literally perfect. It is not off by a second. It is not early by a second. It is perfect every single time. Mars just sent me something. Is this copyright? What is this? Is this your railgun? Mars just sent me a railgun. Minimal arrows, by the way. Mars generally just sent me a railgun. Illegal, by the way. Yeah, now after the redstone mention, I'm lost. So you just want this like horizontal? No, this is horizontal. I need a vertical. This is horizontal. This is vertical. X-axis, Y-axis. Horizontal. Vertical. Vertical is up and down. Horizontal is left and right. I need a vertical machine. So think of this as... Bro, I didn't know that. Just no, you're good. Think of this as a floor door. This is a floor trap. Or like a floor entrance. This is a wall entrance. I need wall entrance. I need this to be on its side. Did I just get stuck on... Is there a single pixel? Oh, is there a single pixel I can be on a slime block? Okay, so I just found a way to power the vertical door. You're lying. It's a little cursed? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean it's cursed? I'm intrigued. What do you mean it's cursed? How is it cursed? Oh, also, guys, I got like the meanest um sunburn on my right shoulder. I keep like messing with it. I'm trying not to. It's like the amount of an orbital strike cannon. Dude, kind of day 3. This is day 2 of me learning redstone. Day 3, I'm gonna have a computer. Scratch sunburn? Dude, it did while I was asleep. I was like, I put aloe on it to like make sure okay. I woke up and it's just like, I don't know if y'all can see it. Day 3, you're making doom. Dude, it's bad. I don't know if y'all can y'all see it? Look, there's a circle. There's a. It looks like I have a skin and a skin thing. I hate it. Frick you, son. Stupid son. Posted the power. What? Wait, how does that work? I told you it was cursed? What the heck? So you did... Let's go over here. You do what? That's all sticky. I'm guessing that's 5 high. That looks 5 high. Yeah. Is that one obsidian block? Is that one obsidian block on the back? He has one obsidian block. He's using polished andesite. I'm glad I didn't say the other one on accident. Oh. The obsidian shouldn't be there. My bad. Is there a bottom one? It looks like that's floating. So he has it like... And then he... Dude, I'm probably speaking so much broken English right now. This is basically what Stardust built. This is going on Reddit for cursing. This is... Why is the side of my... Why is the top of this not sticky? Why does this not show sticky? Why is yours show sticky? What'd I do? Bro, had it for decor? Is this just a snake tower? To trigger it? Texture pack? Oh. Oh, so you can like see it. Oh, do you have the same thing for observers? I've seen people have the thing where it puts an arrow there pointing that way and then like a red just for yeah. Yeah. Do you know how to make a rat door? No. What do you mean a rat door? It's got a whole website. It's called Vanilla Tweaks. Oh, bet. Bro, I need that observer thingy where it shows you're placing it because I'm a bot. I kind of just look at the up arrow. I just look at the arrow. The face is the front, and then the output is this red, where this would trigger this if... Wow, wow, wow. The red just like triggers that. That's how I learn. That, yeah. Like the door that opens for 4 sides? No. Oh! Pistachio. You want to know what we're making? So, I was given a challenge of making a 6x10 door for my friend. Because he needs it for a short film we're making. So, this is the 6x10 door that I have to make. And we've been going through a whole thing. And we're currently taking this design that I have. So, this is a 8x8 door that's really beautiful. I don't know if you know Redstone, But this brings tears to your eyes for how like beautiful this is. But it open and close as a base door. Yeah, it just needs. I kind of made so here. I'll pause it for a second. So basically, so this under part, it basically splits, right? It splits to the sides, and then here, let me open it. This brings both of these down and brings it out to the side, which allows it to be split rather than, breaking because of the 12 block limit. And we're trying to take this design and we're trying to make it vertical on the door. If you can see here, this is just a rough draft. Don't bully this. This is a rough draft. Where this will go like this, and it needs to open like this. And you might be thinking, oh, just get a schematic. Go find a YouTube video of someone doing it. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You have joined a stream where we're having to invent a door. And what's even worse, this is day 2 of me learning Redstone. So I was like, guys, I'm a beginner. And now we're making genuine computers. But here's the thing. This build is perfect. This build is perfect. Why? Because it runs off of a observer timer, off of like tick speed, off of these, because there's a redstone torch here, off of this lever, which you can see by this polished inside that's moving. The door's literally perfect. It's perfectly timed to the perfect amount of blocks to the door, so that it shuts off and shuts on at the perfect amount, at the perfect tick to move it. And we need to do that to this door to move this in and out, because we want to split this as a 3x10 by 3x10. I've recorded a quick video of the powering setup finished with glass and other stuff. While it's running, it should make it clear on how it can be used. Oh, hold on. Oh my gosh, you have the thing that has he has like wires, but it's like numbered. That helps with like the power of it, right? And the tick, maybe? I don't know. The power. Or no, or like how much power it's giving off. That's just I love making guesses. So you so you snaked it upwards. Are you just running repeater? No, there's a comparator. Here. You're right. Where did I put the build? Okay, hold on. The power of friendship? Real. I'm gonna try my best to just eyeball this. Does this just go here? I'm guessing there's a glass right there. And then one right there, in which you're running it down. And then you probably run it 1 block up. Is that a lever there? And then you're running... Wait, but that's not... How is... Wait, what? Oh, wait, no, that turns sideways. Oh, I put a... That's funny. Oh. I just went AFK, wait. Oh, you're good. The extra bit with the repeater doesn't do anything. Couldn't you just find a YouTube tutorial? I've tried. That's the crazy part. It doesn't exist. Like the 10x10s or like anything else like that. Either either it was really gross where they would move it, but then there'd be like that one piece like down the middle that moves last on like, you know, big doors, or it's like, you know, an entity which you can't size down because you would need to, I wouldn't need to be trying to learn this if I knew how to use it, make entity. If I could make 1.5 tick entity doors, I would be mumbo jumbo. You know what I mean? There's nothing. Wow, gotta go. Bye. I appreciate you hopping in the stream, bro. But it's like, also, why did you have a, did you have a thing running to here? I'm guessing. Mumbo jumbo mentioned. That offsets it. Wait, where's your bottom redstone connected to? Oh, it's floating. It's floating. It's floating. Never mind, it's floating. I forgot quasi connect. I've seen that word. I've seen that word. Come here. Come here. I've seen that word. The word. I've heard the word. I've seen it. I've seen people use it. What is it? Let me try to redesign it using that. I just tried to learn that off without trying to use the reference. Is that it? I did it! I did it without having to look. Yes! It's one block off! If it works, it works. If it works, it works. This doesn't even... That doesn't even need to be there. Oh, y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that. It works. I'm hungry. I'll come back another time if I can. If you do another one, I probably will. Posted? Yeah, the extra part, that was because I forgot the quasi connectivity. Bye. You have a good one, Pistachio. I appreciate you. Wait, is it... Are you talking about, when a... You're either talking about it being able to hit two things at once, or talking about... Is that what it is? Is it that these two are able to power 4? These two repeaters? Rather than it being on the side? Is that quasi connectivity? Because these are able to reach these two. I think I think the I think the biggest problem, like, or like the hardest part of all this, basically quasi connectivity is a bug when pistons were created where they copied code from the iron door so the piston can receive power from a block above where it should. That's cool. But that helps us out, doesn't it? That's a good thing though. Technically, that's a good thing. Because then you can, that's like a free air spot for something else or anything. Because, you know, people always fill up gaps or stuff. That's a good thing. Less resource for more. Yeah. Yeah. Air spot for air, yeah. I think the hardest thing for this is gonna be the timing. Like the dispenser time. Because obviously when you flick the lever, this is gonna go forever. But it's gonna have to be at a point where you click this, it goes for 3 seconds, the entire door closes. And then it stops. Like what was happening, what I had going on here. Where this would go, and once this timer... Oh, that was supposed to be a button. Hold up. Don't look at that. Don't look at all that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. We're just looking at the timing. So this timing happens first because it's closer. This is an instant, almost an instant timer to go here. And it triggers this, which goes, and this is a delay timer, which will go here and stop it. So this is going, the timer hits, it stops. That's what we need. But the problem is, a button goes until it, so this will be powered until the button turns off. Stops. As soon as you hear the button turn off, the power is gone. So, what would be the best trigger for a gateway? For building this door for a timer? Would it be better to use a lever? Because here, the lever works. Because look, there's a system in here that when you pull the lever, look, it's still triggered, but it's on. Which that, maybe a lever's gonna be better in the end. Because look, this is all triggered. Which this leaves the pistons out in a different stance. But when you pull back, it turns it off. Which says, so we need to use a lever. It has to be a lever. It has to be a lever. For the door to be like this, it has to be a lever. The more you know. I'm actually just saying rubbish right now. One more for clarity. Timing is all that's left. Dude, you have it down. Bro actually has it down. What the heck? Bro is... he... Stardust might be mumbo jumbo. You're saying stuff that hurts my brain? Dude, how do you think my brain hurts? It's gently fried right now. He's 2 steps ahead of you? He really is. I'm John Redstone TM. Okay. I don't even know what I was attempting there. That was I think that was like one of my first videos I was doing. Oh, it's right here. I was like, where did I even build that? Here, I'm gonna do this. Okay, so you were high when attempting? Okay. Stardust, I'm gonna send the Lightmatica in media. There's the Lightmatica for the trapdoor, just to like help you like look at it, and you know you can use it. There's stuff I hold on. Get this goated music out of here. Um, there's stuff I need to get to. That I was just doing a test stream because I honestly thought I was gonna come on here and just be blank minded with nothing, and I was gonna be able to think of nothing. But holy progress because Stardust is a goat. Also, I think I know what I need to do. I think I know. I have an idea. The idea is minded the idea. But I will be back with this because I want to make a video on this too because I think this would be really helpful for people. And you know, Stardust, if you want to if you're wanting to be a part of this creation, dude, like bro, you can be one with the video and then be part of the tutorial on building it. Search again, I tried. Wait, what do you mean? Would you search? Can I be a part? I was a really big help. Bro, the door. Is it that specific one? Because some stuff either looked really jinky or it wasn't like a door that I could like adapt to a 6x10. Because like 6x6 existed, and 10x10 has existed. I'm no YouTuber, so I'd prefer not to, but thank you. You wouldn't want at least credit? I'm not saying like obviously you say you're not a YouTuber, but I mean if you still wanted to be a part of like, hey, this dude named Stardust made this. To go credit, yes, but not like me. No, I will. I will. Okay, bye. Oh, thanks. Pistachios on demon time. I actually have to leave. You're good, bro. I do want to make a video about this because I don't think this would be like generational, but I think it's different and original enough or cool enough where I think people would use it. I think it would be GOAT. And then Stardust, you would go down in the history as John Redstone. That'd be you. Oh man. I think I know what to do. Dude, imagine you're like the mystery redstoner that no one knows, but you're somehow just like inventing. What, you guys found it? We just need to make a timer now. We just need to make a timer. That's the hard dude, come on. Why is my water spilling? Why is my water spilling? Bruh. Why is my water spilling? Y'all remember to hydrate, by the way. It's super. There's water over my hands. I'm like a plant now. But dude, what was I about to say? Um, Redstone. Love it. Love it. Love it. I think this is gonna be go. Saying to hydrate as I'm chucking. 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 No one. Kai knows. Dr. Pepper. It's like, remember to hydrate. I haven't drank water in over 4 hours. Yikes. Yikes. Insert original yeet clip. Yo, this thing empty. Yeet. But I am excited to get this done. I am required to make this door, by the way. So no matter what, I literally have to come back and get this door done. This is literally a requirement to get done. Because it's needed for the short film. And you know, the cooler it would be. You know, what if I just ask Boss? What? Imagine we're doing all this, and Boss is like, "Yeah, you can use commands." Ah! Wait, do y'all know the command door I'm talking about? The 1,000 command block door. Please tell me that's That's y'all know what I'm talking about. I hope. I feel like I need a 1,000 command block door Minecraft. Where is it? Oh, 1,200. My bad. Never heard it. How? What? Here. I'll just show you. This. It's this. Dude, look at this. I need to put my camera up here. Dude, this door's insane. There's a gun on screen. Uh-oh. Guys, y'all, all these. Dude, look at this door. Imagine he said I can use redstone. Bro. 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 Imagine. Imagine Voss is just like, yeah, y'all can use command blocks. What a waste of our time. Dude. That could have been the potential we could have had, but no. But I'm like fairly positive we need to make a vanilla door. Fairly positive. It was so cool. Dude, that door pretty cool. Wait. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Does it need to be flush with the wall? What do you mean flush? God, oh my God, I keep hearing the word flush. Are you talking about like hidden in the wall? You mean like hidden in, like where it's like in the wall? Bro, I got a headache from whatever I built. It's not even correct. Oh, look in chat. Let's see. Move your camera back. Wait, back where? Oh, is that better? Here, I'll put chat right there. Is that better, Kronos? There you go. Like if there's a flat wall, it's completely hidden. I can ask him. Crap. You should ping him and ask. No, I can. I'll ask him. I'll ask him. Never mind. I'll do. I'll ask. I'll ask. I'll ask. Don't worry. I'll put the camera back. I'll put the camera back. It's going back. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's back. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I feel like, well, obviously, that's like a huge thing. You know what I mean? I have no idea who this man is. Voss. So think of it this way: Voss is, a good way to sum him up to someone that doesn't know him, just within context. He knows Java, or like like scripting within Java. He's lore writing for short stories that we're gonna be making, because it's gonna be used for like a short story for like a video. That's why we always keep making the joke that because like the only hint that people have is that there's an island, which that doesn't sound too well. But it's a short story. And there's multiple short stories we're gonna do in the future too. Him and me also wanted to do an ARG. There's also Vakila. And then, but the thing is, he doesn't know Redstone. He kind of does, but he wanted me to do the redstone, which is why I'm learning. And we're on day 2 of me learning. And I've spent an uncomfortable amount of time learning because I literally started from not knowing what a repeater was. I didn't even know why people use slime blocks or honey blocks when I loaded into the super flat. I didn't know why. And now we're here. Um but yeah, he's the goat. He knows like a lot about Minecraft too. Something like that. Like dude's Mr. Ball knowledge. But yeah, we're making redstone contraption for him because I'm meeting him in the middle just so we can get like he can do it. He can do it. I'm sure he can figure out a way, but here's the thing. We're meeting in the middle like 50-50 so we can get things done quicker, if that makes sense. And because I have a lot of I guess free time, I'm using that time to learn redstone so we can use it in the future and then possibly use like particle emulators and lots of more contraptions and stuff. And then I'm just gonna turn into Horus with builds. I'm joking with that, but yeah, bro, KO just ended. Oh my head hurts. Yo, this would be a door that isn't flush with the wall. That would be in the wall. Is flush where it's flat? Is that what you mean? Is flush meaning it's flat? So like this would be flush. But like if it came out here, then that wouldn't be flush if it came out. Because obviously that's a straight path to go that way. If the door is flush, it's completely flush. Okay, oh okay. It doesn't have to be flush then. Okay. I see what you mean. I don't think it needs to be flush. I will get that verified, but I don't think so. Because if I know I'm pretty sure I know Voss well enough, and because of decoration and how he might use it, I feel like with decoration stuff, it wouldn't be flush. Just because there would be decorations and stuff. All right, then, good to know. If it was flush, this would be a lot harder. Yeah, yeah. You'd probably have to use like a double piston extender just to move it back and then onto the machine for a tick timer. Because you're having a whole new implement just to push it on. So you'd have to do like a double or triple extender and then push it out. And then the same thing to Yikes. Yikes, bro. Jeepers. I just quit if it's flush. Seamless and flush. Oh, oh man. That would really be the kicker. What did Mars say? Oh, Mars is still doing rail camp. I feel like y'all would be able to. It's not even playing. Mars, your cannons, your video doesn't. You don't. Your video, it doesn't even play. Wow. Wow. Really, really. Don't ask about this. It's a corrupted paston, I guess. I don't even know how that even happened. I, we don't talk about it. Kale, look in chat because I thought it would be nicer. Oh my god. Wait, in Kale? Oh, it was. It is in Kale. You're talking about diagonal. Kale, look in chat because I thought it would be nicer if then 2 blocks in the middle disappear from the sides in the middle and outer, but first it's flat like the door you have it. I see what you mean. The problem is how we were having like obviously I'm pretty sure like if I just wanted like let's say if Voss told me he needed a door by tomorrow, I would have just made a flying machine that would have kind of like this, but it would just send it like from the bottom all the way up to like slowly move up. Because Mumbo already made that as like a 10 by 10, and then you just bring that down. Jesus Christ. I need this to be 31 ticks of powering time. This is 31. 30. Lord, forgive me for the headache we're about to have. Oh my gosh. This kind of gives me an idea to make a hole with a gradient down to a hole for a personal base. True. 31 to open the door. Ew. Ew. It gets worse. Ah. Media. Is bro typing in chat? Ew, why is there so many arrows? Why'd you spawn so many arrows? What the heck? That's gross. Yeah, but TG, what I was gonna say, the reason we're doing this is because it's kind of like faster and more smooth. That's why we made it the flat kind of like this. Because if you press this, look, I feel like that as vertical, that would be goat. Maybe. Is it better to make something like this, or is it better for it to be slower? Is it more aura for it to be slower? Because like, what if you were to have something like this over here? You know, like, is it more aura if something were to move like this? One redstone tick. There's 1.5 tick 10 by 10 machines. What do y'all think? If y'all were watching a short film, you know, like it's suspenseful, there's things going on. Would you see this and be like, "Oh, this guy stinks." Or would that be goat? Or would you see this and be like, "Yo, they're doing too much." Slower is more cinematic? Yeah, cuz that's like understandable cuz it's a big door. Okay, it's not really a big door. Have I ha, have I overshot on what we're doing? One redstone is 2 game ticks. I need 31 game ticks. Even numbers can't add up to 31. How are you supposed to do a half tick? It's literally not. I don't. In Java, there's a subtick priority and update order, which means certain things are processed before in the same game tick. The principle is used for instant dropper lines or wireless redstone. So technically, half ticks technically exist if it means half redstone ticks. The game works in game ticks, GT. But most redstone components have delays in increments of 2 GT. So to simplify, if the redstone community made up the term redstone tick, which is 2 GT, a half a tick would then be 1, but no one ever refers to it as half a tick. Oh, they're only thinking about 1 because 2 is just a normal tick. But you need half of half. No, that's half of a game tick. That's far more complicated than what I mean. I would say slower is more cinematic, but faster has some force to it that I can't explain. Dude, like imagine you press it and just you're just like, oh my, it's kind of cool. I don't there's I feel like it's the I would have to say the same thing. There's just something like just watching this. Like, would y'all sit here and watch this, or would y'all watch the other one? I honestly, there's some type of it just has aura. That's all I can say. Can I build my rail cannon at your new base? Oh man, I'm gonna get opt on. Please don't. I feel no. I just it's satisfying, and there's like a feeling of power behind the movement of the walls. I feel like there's just, I feel like it just like shows like the strength of mind being able to have the power to move these blocks so fast. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know those like those huge squares that use like the entity piston mechanisms where it's like 1.5 tick or whatever. Um like super fast like like crazy like entity freaking doors or whatever. Like I feel like just seeing those, you're just like, whoa. The smoothness feels incredibly real, giving it more. That's what I'm saying. It's smooth. Kale, can I pay you 60K in a server to make me a dirt replica of the Leaning Tower? The Leaning Tower of Pisa? I low-key just logged in my single player world and I forgot that I was gonna make a boss statue. Oh wow. What I what I don't like is this person that obviously made this. Props to them. Props to them. But their original person, which I think is Shadow, I think, I think he goes by Shadow. Some red known. I said red known. Some known redstoner. Um, when he does it, what I caught was he turned off the lever every time. So this person made a machine to add it where obviously it has the tick timer, but the original person that made it didn't even add it. So he'd even make his own thing. Some 12-year-old actually made it, which props to that kid. Rose Einstein. Like what? How did who is bro? Some underground kid just went absolutely crazy. And shout out to him. But anyways, I think that is insane yap sesh. The most ips this Redstone, but it's literally just like 10 people just talking about like just Minecraft. It's just a podcast at this point. I do gotta get his stuff because this was kind of just like a test thing. I didn't know if people actually wanted to watch this, but people did show up, so I will be back. Do stay in the Discord if y'all enjoy it. I will let y'all know beforehand before I stream. In the Discord, there's announcements you can get for like ping rolls, and then there's a Killchip server. Which, if you check the ping comment, I have my own server that you can play. If we go over here and click this funny button. This is really bad advertisement. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh. uh, anyways. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? It's the machine I was building. Would you look at that? What a coincidence. Very cool. Thanks, SV. Very cool. Look at the coincidence there. Ow. That's funny. But yeah, I have SMP World. SMP World as yeah. Let me Let me. Wait, I actually need to be up there. Shitters. Oh, there we go. Yay, SMP, SMP, yay, yay. Anyways. Warping. Boosh. Should probably go up here. Yay. Can I go up here? Thank you. Anyways, I appreciate y'all showing up. Stardust, if you have any updates, please ping me. You're allowed to ping me in the Discord server for updates. Don't feel like you're not allowed to. Just I will say, just because like that there's trolls in the stream, don't spam ping me. I'll freak out. I'll see what I can do. I appreciate it, bro. I will be hopping on it too. At some point. I've been awake for a very long time. But I hope y'all have a great day and a great night. Hey, y'all can join the stream, or I could join the SMP. But you know, you'll see that in the SMP stream. But thank y'all for coming. I'll be back. Y'all have a great day, a great night. Please stay safe, y'all, and be happy, please. Happiness is nice. If you're happy, then you're positive. Y'all have a good one. Okay, stay safe. Bye-bye. I sound like Markiplier. What the? No!